Lucie Silvas coming back to the studio.
Yay.
Good morning, Lucie.
Good morning. How are you guys? You're so perky this morning.
Yeah.
Well, we've been up just a few hours, so.
Just a few. How long have you been awake?
Jay gets up a little bit earlier because he's farther away. I get up around 5:15.
Ooh.
I'm up about 4 o'clock, and I'm in the car just before 5 o'clock to get here at 5:30.
I'm only 5 minutes away, so that's my excuse.
Yeah. But thankfully we've got the Frothy Monkey coffee here at the station, so I'm on that before the 6 o'clock hour even hits.
Do some jumping jacks.
That
Listen to
is
some really great alive music.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah. Well, we were playing Dua Lipa first thing because our little babies are obsessed with Dua Lipa. It's a thing. I don't know how it started, but they're obsessed. So we were playing that at sort of 7 this morning, which did wake us up.
Wow.
Well, and if you're watching on volume.com, you'll see Lucie has the best outfit. It is bright and alive, and the pants are just giving awakeness.
Thank you. Yes, when I got outside to a slightly grey and gloomy, somewhat British day, I was like, oh, these are bright. These are very, very bright pants. I was like, I might have misjudged how bright they are, but I needed them this morning.
It's so great to have you back here in the studio. So excited about the show tonight as Tin Pan South once again kicking off. I believe this is the 32nd year of Tin Pan South here in Nashville. And as we've been mentioning, of course, we're talking about tonight's show as the Lightning 100 show. And it was like we're trying to maybe explain to folks about Tin Pan South that maybe didn't know. And it's like, well, we could spend the entire show running down all of the shows and venues, but really you just have to head to the website and kind of take a look because it's always such a great week here in Music City. We've got folks coming in from all over, but we're so fortunate that we've got folks like Lucie Silvas that lives right here in Nashville. You've been here for about
Do you know what? I'd say 13 years.
Okay, I was going to say a little over a decade.
That's crazy in my mind. But when you even mentioned 32nd year, did you say?
Yeah.
That just makes me actually feel so privileged to play it because obviously it's such a legendary festival for songwriters, and obviously Nashville's a songwriter town, but it's showcasing people who are artists but obviously who've been around for a long time, who are still grinding away at it. But you think about the people that played at the very beginning. That's what kind of blows my mind a little bit, that we can come in here. Only 13 years ago is long for me, but in the scheme of Nashville and its story, I've been here for a blip.
Right.
And it's amazing to think about it in those terms.
Certainly. And that was that's what brought you to Nashville, right? Was the songwriting, right?
For sure. I was, I'd started really young in the UK, like what I feel is young. Like 17, I was on the road. So I was a mixture of a backing singer and doing shows of my own. And then, I signed a publishing deal and a record deal really early at 19. And then was touring right up until I left the UK. But when I'd had that experience in the British music industry, I had a blast. I had so many good times. But you reach a sort of crossroads in your life where you feel like you're just not inspired anymore. You've just kind of hit a wall. I was having lots of things going on in my life that I was needing to just try something brand new. And when I came to Nashville, I really didn't know anyone except one of my closest friends, John Green. He had been coming here for quite a few years, but I didn't know anybody. And I think I met some of my lifelong friends in the first week that I came to Nashville, and it blew my mind watching people like Busby, who sadly is not with us anymore. But I remember seeing him sit and pick up a guitar. I was like, "So have you got a record out?" He's like, "Well, no, I'm really a songwriter." I was like, "You're a songwriter? You sing like that, and you write for other artists?" Just the talent that I was hit with when I came into this town. I was like, all these what seemed to be hidden gems, because I'd only really been around other artists. I hadn't been around this many songwriters.
Right.
That must have been such a surprise. I mean, we ask this question for a lot of our artists who come in, like, what's your favorite thing about Nashville? Or like, what's different? And everyone talks about the community. And, I know you're married to John. I'm friends with Abby Roth, who lived across the street. So it's just like there's so many, and we're just finally kind of talking now. So it's like amazing to see how Nashville grows and the community is still there. And we still are getting to know each other.
Right.
Years later.
There's always these friendships, because John, goes, in those times when he was in King Billy, his first band when I met him, and Abby and everyone, there was so many people around at that time that were part of them going into Brothers Osborne, you know, and family and Charlie Worsham and people that I met that influenced my path here in Nashville and made it go a certain way. I don't think I would have learned as much about the town, but country music in general. And I thought, well, what could I bring to that? Probably nothing.
So much.
And yet I just wanted to learn from it and immerse myself in it. But I met the friendships I couldn't believe and made me think I could have family and music put together. For some reason, that had kind of eluded my mind until I came to Nashville.
Like they were two mutually exclusive.
Like you couldn't. I met people, you know, mothers that were artists that had, you know, babies and were on the road. For some, I don't know why I thought that it was so exclusive to each. It was just it opened my mind to how life could be.
Right.
And,
thinking that it had to be one or the other.
Yes.
Essentially.
I think, you know, as women, we are told that. Like, if you have a partner, even, that you're going to be less included. And if you're this, then you're going to be less included. So even if maybe someone didn't say it, there's that energy. Right. And I do think Nashville has that beautiful community where it's like, why not? I'll come out with you. I want your kids.
Exactly. If you want to be, that's exactly right. If you want to be available, and also it maybe teaches you how available you want to be, and you have that choice and you have that power as a person, you know, to get involved in what you want to and what you don't. But I think having family is very supportive and supported. I remember seeing Caitlin Smith, seeing this picture of her right here. She was pregnant with her first child and she was about to release a record. And I remember being so inspired by her because I was just watching it all play out and going, wow, I need to, you know, stop procrastinating over life and what should come where and just live fully. And people like her, you know, strong women in the industry taught me a lot about that.
Oh,
like that you can't do that.
Right.
People like Caitlin and Lucie Silvas saying, oh, yeah, watch this. That's right. We've got Lucie Silvas live here in the Volume.com studio. Again, getting ready for Lightning 100 night at Tin Pan South. It's going to be at the Listening Room tonight, 6 o'clock start. And the show's over by 7:30, so even if you're early risers like we are, you can still enjoy the show and make bedtime as well. We've got Fancy Haygood, Brittany Spencer, Sarah Buxton, and Lucie Silvas. Lucie, who also brought Corey. Welcome back. Thanks. Good to have you here, bud. What song would you like to play first?
I think we're going to ease into the morning with this is called We Don't Know We're Living. I wrote it with Caroline Spence and K.S. Rhodes.
And the original version, when we released it, that also Brandy Carlisle and Joy Oladaku?
That's right. They were on it. I remember being on tour with Brandy and I had played it, and Brandy and her wife, Catherine, was standing side stage and she was like, what's that song? I want to sing that song with you. I was like,
what?
Yeah, like, no, I'm busy. Yeah, of course. Like, of course. You could. I mean, I'd be honored. And then Joy, and I was just such a big fan of Joy as well. And she was just a woman whose voice had just, I was completely, you know, captivated by her voice. And I asked them both to sing on it, and it became the single for the song.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So let's get a live version again. We've got Lucie Silvas live here in the Volume.com studio, streaming at volume.com/lightning100 and live on Nashville's independent radio.
Trip, but I was not on a vacation. I sat face to face with my love, but I didn't see him. Staring out at the Grand Canyon. Oh, but I was just so busy planning the places I'll go. We race out the door of our youth, wave bye to our mothers. And on the world and stop taking their telephone calls. We see them again life like it looks in the picture. The sky really is that blue and the grass is that green. I had everything that I wanted. Now I wanna go back, 'cause it was right there when I wasn't. And birds don't know that they're singing. Fish don't know that they're swimming. No one knows the beginning. We don't know that we're living. Birds don't know that they're singing. Fish don't know that they're swimming. Oh, no one knows the beginning. We don't know that we're living. Oh, we forget that we're spinning. We hold on to what you're giving, 'cause no one knows when it's ending. We don't know that we're living. Oh, we're living. Oh, that we're living.
Just chills, just tons of chills. That's amazing.
Well said, Lisa. Fantastic.
I'm like shivering right now. I'm like,
Oh,
We got Lucie Silvas live here in the Volume.com studio. Again, getting ready for the show tonight, happening at the Listening Room as part of Tin Pan South, as Lightning 100 presents Lucie Silvas with Fancy Haygood, Brittany Spencer, and Sarah Buxton. Looking so forward to the show, and there are still tickets available. If you act fast, get them now at tinpansouth.com. And again, it's an early show, starts at 6 o'clock this evening. So, Lucie, you've been to our studio many times.
Yes.
This is the first time that you've been on the morning show since you've had the twins, who actually celebrated a birthday last month, right?
I did.
Is that right?
So actually, it was, I guess, a couple of weeks ago, the 21st of March, and it's just hard to believe. I know that anybody that's a family member, a parent, or any family member watches them, and you just think, where did this time go?
Yep.
They say that quote, long days, short years. And it's crazy because it feels a bit like Groundhog Day, but then suddenly they're doing something brand new, and it's fascinating. It's the best TV show you could ever watch.
Right?
And they are, to say they've changed our lives is like the biggest understatement, obviously. And we were late having them because it took us so long to get them. We went through all sorts of treatments and IVF, which is something that it's very hard for women to talk about, and yet it's something that we should, because it could be a very isolating process. But we went through that, and it's like, wow, almost thank God it didn't work before, because now we have Arthur and Maybelle, these two that are just these incredible and twins that we never thought in a million years that would happen, because there's no twins in our family. It's
wow.
a result of IVF, but it's and it was just it's unbelievable every day to me that they're even here. So
I was actually going to follow up. I was
crazy.
curious if maybe there were twins on either side in the family, but apparently not.
No, and it's amazing. We found out, and we were, because the process is kind of complicated, but we did our process over in California with the help of friends of ours that had helped guide us through the process. And but when we found out we were having a girl and a boy, it was mind blowing.
Wow.
And I mean, they are John my husband, I mean, there's no mistaking who the father is, truly. I mean, you look at them both and they're like, wow, they look like him. And I'm like, well, Maybelle is John when he's a baby and Arthur is John now without a beard.
Oh, my goodness.
But they're just so sweet. They are incredibly in sync, which not all twins are apparently. They can wake up at different, on the odd occasion when it goes a bit haywire, they wake up one after the other, and that can be a very tough day when you're like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Trying to get them on the same.
Yeah, but they're usually on the same schedule. But twins, we're doing all the same things with both of them, and they are completely different.
Yeah.
That's got to be the fun part. Like little humans, it's just, they're little humans.
Yeah.
They're little aliens.
I can't imagine having twins. I have one son.
Yeah.
And to your point, Lucy, I can tell you that it's true that, yes, the days can be long, but the years fly by. My son will be graduating college in June. So
how does that even feel?
I still haven't completely. Yes, I haven't grasped everything. I mean, I'm so proud of him, so excited for him, but still to this day, it's like we'll pick up the phone and we'll be talking about stuff, and I realize how much I'm learning from my son, and it's just and he's just going for it,
That's amazing.
All you can hope for, right, is that they're happy, healthy, and then they just get out there and go for it. So
that's exactly it. And I think that's the point, is very poignant, because it's not about what we're teaching them, it's about what they are teaching us. And we've learned that very fast.
Yeah.
They're like a mirror for a start, but also you're just learning so much about yourself and life and about them. It's incredible.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, fun.
Again, congratulations to you and John. That's so fantastic. And happy birthday, kids. Hopefully don't wake them up. But we've got Lucie Silvas live here in the studio. So we're running a little bit short on time, but it would be so fantastic if you all would play another song for us this morning.
Thank you. I think we're going to go for, so this was a song from EGO. And I wrote this with my friends Natalie Hemby and Gabe Simon, and this is called Kite.
All right. Lucie Silvas live at volume.com/lightning100 here in the volume.com studio on Nashville's Independent Radio.
Baby, you're down to earth, but she gonna own the sky. She keeps you every time it gets too high. Altitude with an attitude, wears you out like a hand loop. Maybe you're down to earth, but she gonna own the sky. Boy, you better hold those strings, cause she gonna fly away. Better get a tighter grip, she wasn't born to stay. Hold it on, wide knuckle. If you let her go, she's trouble. Boy, you better hold those strings, cause she gonna fly away, fly away.
The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 75, effective until 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This watch includes the following counties in Tennessee: Cheatham, Davidson, Dixon, Macon, Maury, Montgomery, Robertson, Rutherford, Smith, Sumner, Trousdale, Williamson, and Wilson. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information.
Fly away. You better get a tighter grip. She was born to stay. And hold it on, white knuckle. If you let her go, she's trouble. Boy, you better hold those strings, cause she gonna fly away, fly away.
Lightning 100. That's Lucie Silvas live here in the Volume.com studio. And we are so excited about the show tonight out at the listening room as Tin Pan South kicks off today. Check it out, tinpansouth.com, and get those tickets while you still can for the Lightning 100 show tonight. We'll see Lucy, we'll see Brittany Spencer, Fancy Haygood, and Sarah Buxton.
And apparently there's a special guest, so...
Ooh.
Who that'll be? Maybe it's me. I will be there to introduce you guys, which I'm excited about tonight. So
please
I'll be the
there.
special guest.
Yeah, and it's you'll have to wait and find out who it is. And I'm so excited. And those are some of my favorite people and artists.
Tonight's going to be electrifying. I mean, the energy already in here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Lucy. Thank you as well, Corey. And get those tickets, tinpansouth.com for the show happening tonight. It's an early show, starts at 6 o'clock out at the listening room. Get more at tinpansouth.com.